Good afternoon. The Arts Council for Monterey County welcomes you to our weekly online segment, Artist Spotlight. I am Karen Lee Garcia, Programs Director, and today I am pleased to welcome local artist and founder of Arte del Corazon, Monica Galvan. Welcome. So I'm going to share a little bit more about who you are with our audience. So Monica grew up in Watsonville, California. She comes from a biracial family with a Mexican father and white mother of French European descent. Living in low-income housing projects for the majority of her life, she learned about her Mexican culture and became aware of the racial inequities and discrimination faced by her Latinx neighbors. Her upbringing has kept her grounded, and she honors her roots by sharing her passion for art with her community. In 2014, Monica transferred to UC Berkeley from Cabrillo College, receiving her bachelor's in art practice in the spring of 2016. She attends graduate school at San Jose State while teaching art lessons in alternative education high schools in Santa Cruz County. She has been a practicing teaching artist in Watsonville for the past 4 years. In the past year, Monica founded a soon-to-be nonprofit called Arte del Corazon, an organization geared at securing and providing opportunities for local artists to sell, create, and showcase their artwork. So welcome, Monica, to our weekly Artist Spotlight. Thank you so much for being here today.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
So we shared just a little bit about your background, but we want to learn more about who you are as an artist in the community, and we see some of your artwork in the background right now. So share a little bit more about who you are.
Yeah, so I started off as a painter, which you can see my paintings behind me, and then I fell in love with sculpture. And so I started making sculptures, and then from there I found installation art. So I've been an installation artist for the past 4 or 5 years now, working with spaces, creating experiences, and things like that with my viewers and with anyone who really comes to my website as well, and experiencing.
I'm going to share a little bit that with our audience to see, kind of the pieces that you've created over the years.
Yeah, so this one's called Geometric Reflection that you just posted right now. And so the idea was these blocks that we work with as kids, learning about how the building blocks of how things are built around us. And so I created this piece in that idea of geometry.
Awesome. And then there's this other piece here.
So this is called What's Hung. And so I grew up over here on Freedom in Watsonville, and we had a lot of deers that got hit on the side of the road. So when a deer got hit, someone would go out and they would bring the deer in, they'd butcher it, and then they'd hang the meat from clotheslines, and the meat would cure. And so as a kid, I walked through these clotheslines to get to the park or to get to my friend's house. And so I created this experience in the gallery to give this experience to others who maybe never understood that part of life. And also to kind of create empathy around just different people from different backgrounds.
Yeah, definitely. I never even actually have heard that before, that was something that people did once deers were hurt. So that is that's information for me. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
And how did you start? When did you start teaching? Become a teaching artist?
So when I was in college, I joined a program called Bridging the Arts. And what we did was I went to Richmond. So I'd take the BART to Richmond once a week, and I'd go teach a class there at Coronado Elementary School. And I teach art classes to them. I taught them for about 3 semesters, switching classes. It was 5th graders. And so I did this and had teachers come and check me out. It was a training program basically for teaching. And then when I graduated, I really wanted to continue that because teaching is really important to me. It's important to me to be able to share my passion with others. And so I found the Arts Council of Santa Cruz County, and they actually had a teaching program with Mariposa Arts. And so I had taught with them for about 2 years. Before becoming the coordinator there. And then I worked as a coordinator and I started doing spectra classes. Now I'm actually just being a teaching artist,
That's
which is
awesome.
exciting.
That is great. It's great. And so talk a little bit about too how things have transitioned with being in shelter in place starting in March and how that changed for you.
Yeah, including my art. I went from having a studio at school because I'm continuing my education. I'm getting my master's right now from San Jose State. To not having a studio, not having access, going back to my old ways of being in my itty bitty room, painting and making sculptures and stuff like that. So that was like a huge difference. But also just the ability for opportunities was really low. You know, being able to, I don't know, paint in any situation, like paint murals or go to class and actually teach a class is not an option anymore, or
Right.
doing art markets is not an option. It's slowly coming back, which is great, but for a long time there was just no opportunities. So that's definitely something that came with COVID.
Right.
I want to call it Corona.
Yeah, no, I mean, this has been the common story. And for you, it seemed like you already, without obviously knowing, had already kind of created an infrastructure with what we're going to talk about next, which is your organization. So share a little bit more about that, because it's been today's actually a really big day for you. This is like a big
Yeah.
launch day for you. So share with us about why today's so important and about your organization.
So today's our first day of our Mercado de la Red. And so it's an online art market where artists are able to freely post their work. Well, basically, I post their work, but they send it to me and I post it for them. And then we're going to be marketing it every day for the next month. And it's really awesome. Artists get to kind of get this idea of how to post their work or sell their work online or even just show their work online. And it also gives them a platform, so that they like have someone there in case something happens, in case they fail in some way. And there's never anything wrong with failing, and that's why we're all here for each other. And it's really easy. All you do is you sign up online on our website, www.artedelcorazon.com. And there's a Spanish and there's an English version of the application. You sign up, we put you on our website, we market you once a week, and it's a great opportunity. And it came out of this idea of Arte del Corazon. So last year, I decided,
That's the umbrella.
yeah, that's the larger umbrella thing.
Right.
Yeah. So exactly. So Arte del Corazon was a soon-to-be nonprofit. It's the idea of creating a nonprofit currently, that offers opportunities. It almost acts as a broker for artists locally to be able to get these things for them to do, like paint murals, find a way for them to get paid to do that, have their work inside local businesses. You know, this idea of trying to find a way to increase the value of arts within our community, because right now it's not very high. And the one thing as a teacher I don't want to see is my students feeling like being in my class doesn't get them anywhere. Because you know, you can be whatever you'd like to be, and I'd like for art to be very valued and seen as a good way to go, as if it's your profession or if it's something you do as part of your profession in the future.
Right. No, that's really important. And when did you start your organization, and kind of take us through a little bit of the history of that? I mean, obviously you saw a need, and there's a need for students that you work with to see that there's a pathway for them, to sell their artwork. There's other opportunities available to them. Speak a little bit about, what your first market was I think it was in December.
Yeah, so in December, the one thing about Watsonville is that we don't have a lot of art markets for our community, and if they are there, then we don't really know about them and we're not included in them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the situation that happened was, okay, we have Christmas coming up and all these artists, I know if you're a teaching artist, you're not going to get paid during the winter. And if you're an artist, I don't know, possibly you won't sell anything during the winter because everybody already bought all their Christmas presents and they're done. They got no more money. So the idea was to have people go and buy their Christmas presents from local artists at an art market. And I was really fortunate to work with a couple of local artists to get that going. So I had Cindy Rodriguez work with me, Momo Sanchez, and Ome Garcia. And so they all kind of helped out with making that a huge success. So we had about 23 artists come out. So it was really cool. It was
And
really awesome to see the
I'll
community.
share an image too, so
Yeah.
people can see what the market. I think this is such an awesome photo of sharing what the market looked like. And like you said, you had about 23 artists that participated in the December market.
Yeah.
And so that's wonderful. And now taking that market idea online. And like you said, in December, a lot of artists find that it's not, it's a hard time to work either as a teaching artist or, it's just a harder time. So it's like creating that space for them. But it's the same situation in the summer when the schools close, if you're a teaching artist, where now they have this opportunity, not only local Watsonville residents or artists to participate in your online market, but it's open to everyone. So because it's a similar situation. Schools are closed and you need more opportunities, ongoing opportunities to showcase your artwork and for those to sell it online. So I just love this idea and that you've created this for your artists. And so it launched today, as we mentioned, and I'm just going to share a couple of the artists, maybe as you chat, that are participating.
Awesome. Yeah.
So let's see here. I'm going back to share. And
so the great part about this also is that people get to see each other's work, and that's hugely important. This is Bella, Bella Designs. Really awesome work. Original Chingona. She creates these beautiful earrings.
Yeah, and your website is really great, really user friendly. Like you said, you're sharing everyone's artwork on there, and then they're able, those art lovers, collectors are able to just click directly through, check out an artist's work and purchase directly from them. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So artists.
Yeah, we're not like, we're kind of like the middle person, right? We're just basically giving you the access to these artists that you may not have ever known about or heard about in your community. And then you're going there, you're seeing that you like their work, you click on the link, which is the image of their work, and you get to go see the other things that they have. So they have anything from high-end items to lower-end items. So anyone with any budget can purchase from these artists.
That's great. It's awesome. I'm gonna, in this piece, this is amazing because this is a sculpture. You can.
Yeah, so this is John Contreras, and he is an amazing sculptor. I actually go to San Jose State with him, and this is one of his pieces that he created. He made molds of those. I always forget the name of them, but the little fruits that are on.
It's
yeah, you're gonna miss it.
Fruit.
Prickly pears. Prickly pears.
Prickly pears. There you go.
So he made those, and he cast them, I believe, in bronze to make this piece. So very cool. There's also access
to this in a garden.
I know. I see this in a garden. I wish I had a big enough garden.
Beautiful. It's such a beautiful piece.
It's so gorgeous. Yeah, and he makes plenty of them. So if you want to reach out to him and have him make you something personal, all the artists will do that for you too.
This is wonderful. And then here's another piece from Carlos.
So this is Carlos Campos, and he actually did our photography for our Mercado Artesanal that we did in December.
Okay.
So he has these amazing pieces that he does of Watsonville, and these beautiful photographs that he takes. He's also a social documentary or documentarist. I'm having a moment with the word.
Yeah, he used to be on our teaching artist roster, so he does a lot of different things. So
yeah, he's pretty awesome.
Painter, so he's very talented. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And then let's see this piece, and I know there's more. I didn't grab every everyone's to share. And that's why we're encouraging you to go to the website. And all of that information will be in the Facebook feed. So this is just another piece.
Yeah, this is Sylvia's studio. She does amazing textile work. So if you're interested in textile work, check out her work on our website and go to her. I believe she's doing it through Facebook this time around. So yeah, great opportunity.
Wonderful. That's great. Okay, so we can stop the share. All right. So, you know, you talked a lot about the event, and what else is next on? Oh, you know what? I do want to encourage, this is just a call to action, you know, there's still opportunities available for those artists that are interested in joining the market. So please share a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we are allowing people to register at any point until the last week. And the only reason we're saying the last week is really for you, so that you get as much out of it as possible. So if you just get a week of promotion, then that's great. But like, you don't want a day of promotion. So that's why I say, you know, register at any point until the last week. And we'll probably keep people actually on the website for longer. Past July anyhow. We won't be taking people off right away, so we're not just going to cut off the Mercado. So it's a great opportunity to be seen, and every time I promote another artist, they'll be able to go to our website and they'll see your work too, and then when I promote you, they'll see you specifically. And so it's a great opportunity, and I'm hopeful that we get more signups and that people take advantage of it.
Wonderful. So what is next for Arte Deco? I mean, this is what you're doing right now, but I know you have bigger plans down the line. So please let us know what those are.
Yeah, so first off, we're going to expand our website. We're hoping to create an artist directory so that we're able to connect local people or local businesses, anyone really looking for artists with artists. And also, we're really hoping to expand in the future to doing an online store where we're able to sell artists' work. We'll be able to go to different art markets and sell that work as well there. A way to buy work from artists and then sell it so that the artists aren't waiting for their products to sell, basically. So it's more of an right away payoff. So those are a couple things. Other than that, at some point we'd love to have a gallery in the future. That might be, who knows, 2 to 3 years from now, maybe 5 years, maybe 10. We'll see how it ends up turning out. But we do have a lot of ideas, and I'm hoping to get a lot more artists on board as the years go on. And I know it'll take a while, but it's a great start.
That's wonderful. And to me, it's just, you're doing all of this along with teaching and also creating your own artworks and being in school. So I know I know that your community is very thankful for the opportunity. So is there anything else that you would like to share with us? Anything else that's going on, or any request?
Any quest?
Request.
Oh, request. So I guess my biggest request would be, like, please go on our website and check out all these amazing local artists. Figure out who it is that you love and work on buying their art for the next couple of years. Maybe that'd be ideal. But also, you know, come on, sign up. It's really easy to do. It's really easy to participate. It's very low energy on your part. We do all of the work for you, and we just really want to make sure that people have the opportunity to be seen.
That's wonderful. And so mention the name of the website here and also your Instagram.
Yeah, so you can go to www.artedelcorazon.com to register and also to see the artists. And our Instagram account is @artedelcorazon831.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Monica. And it's such a pleasure to speak with you today. And, you know, I look forward to seeing you in person down the line. So that is the end of Artist Spotlight for today. And please stay tuned for next week. We have another Artist Spotlight at Wednesday at 12 p.m. And to learn more about the Arts Council, please feel free to visit us at www.arts.mc.org. Thank you so much and have a great afternoon.